Good evening, everyone. We are still waiting for a couple of more people to join in. My name is Sandy. I'm from Asia Pacific Group. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we have with us Mr. Robert from 𝐏𝐚𝐤𝐢𝐚 Education Group, who will be talking to you about the different courses available. Just for housekeeping's sake, do you mind telling me if you can hear me through the chat box? Amazing. Thank you. Can everyone else hear me? We are waiting for a couple of more students to join in for this information session today. And yes, just another 2 minutes and then we can start. Okay, Robert?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so alrighty. So we have some good news to share with you as well, but I'll be sharing it towards the end of the webinar with you so that you guys can let me know if you have any questions, etc. And it's pretty exciting news, actually. So yes, I think, Robert, it's good if we can start now. Yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Robert from 𝐏𝐚𝐤𝐚 Education Group. Actually, today I'm going to give you some information about all the courses we have in the entire education group. So that's all the courses you can see from the screen. That's our current school's offering. It covers from general English, from the English course to automotive, to communications, to commercial cookery, early childhood education and care, dental, healthcare, aging support, community services, and diploma nursing. And also some about the building construction courses, carpentry, wall floor tiling, painting, decorations, and building constructions, and some other business course to suit different amounts of the students. Okay, so in the back, it shows which state will have this course offered. We currently have about 4 schools in hand, covers about Brisbane and Melbourne. New South Wales and Adelaide is coming, but we have some other schools over there. Okay, and this one covers the general entry requirements for the students to be accepted for certain courses. In English normally is not applicable to the Fiji students because it's exempted from the English requirements by the Australian Education Department. So whenever you want to apply for a course, you only need to meet the entry requirements of the previous qualifications. For students under 18 years old, we don't accept that. But we can accept the application before they are 18 years old, but the course start date has to be when they are 18 years old or after.
That's interesting. Thank you.
For intake dates, we normally have the monthly intake for majority of the course, except diploma of nursing. That one, it has only about 2 to 3 intakes per year, and that's being enforced by the AMAC, Australian Nursing Council. For each of the payment for the students, we have different payment plans. Okay, so for Fiji students, if it's onshore, offshore, we offer the lowest possible initial payments to help the student to get the visa and enroll in the course to Australia. All these ones are not applicable to Fiji students. Okay, so just a general information for all the students from other countries. That's a GTE writing. That's normally it's not part of the job of students. So it's your migration agents like Asia Pacific will help you with the writing of these ones to given to the immigration department for your student visa applications. But they may ask you for certain information to be provided to them before they help you to write the GTE and also they apply for the student visa. We have the articulation with Australian universities. Okay, so just let you know that it's a part of the entire program of all the schools we have. So Southern Cross University, the Great Hotel Schools, Griffith University, and Torrance University. If you have the dream of study in the undergraduate and postgraduate programs in the future after the VET course, then you can use the university pathways to get some credit transfers from diploma, advanced diploma to the future bachelor degrees or master degrees. For all these ones are actually directly accepted by these 4 universities at the moment. You don't need to apply for the credit transfers. Once you get the graduation certificate from the 𝐏𝐚𝐤𝐢𝐚 group of different schools, you can enroll in all these programs without asking anything. They're gonna give you the credit transfer straight away for at least 1 year. And some of the courses, they give you 1.5 year credit transfer. So you only need another 1.5 years to finish your bachelor degree studies. Let's start from the first school we have in hand, the 𝐏𝐚𝐤𝐚. This school has been in the market since 1999. It's about 24 years old. So this school, we have not only the courses for international students, we also accepted the enrollment from the domestic students. We have government funding course. Whenever you get your permanent residency of Australia, you can enroll in some courses free of charge, nothing out of your pocket. Okay, so the school is located in the 355 Spencer Street in West Melbourne. It's just in the same street of the Southern Cross train station. That's the biggest train station in Victoria. So the courses we're offering is the early course, telecommunication, early childhood education and care, and some other business course and graduate diploma. Early course programs, to be honest, if you are interested in coming to Australia to study and improve your English, you can enroll in this one, okay, but it's not necessarily. If you can ensure that yourself has a good English capability to enroll into the course, get studied and graduate to finish all the assignments, then this course is not necessary. Start from this one, okay? So telecommunication is the most popular one of 𝐏𝐚𝐤𝐚 education. 2-year study, they meet the skill assessment requirements of telecommunication network engineer. After graduation, student can get the skill assessed by Engineer Australia instead of VET assess. So if you want to get a permanent residency of Australia in the future after graduation, this one is the easiest way. So there is no working experience required. You can grab your graduation certificate, plan your IELTS and PTE results, and go to Engineer Australia to do the skill assessment straight away. And for the one of the other extra benefits for the graduates from 𝐏𝐚𝐤𝐚 is there is no CDR required. Is this one, no competency demonstration report is required by Engineer Australia. So for this one, if you have the IT backgrounds or engineer backgrounds or electrical backgrounds, you are more than welcome to apply for this course. And we have very strong connections with some IT companies in Australia. And we used to be the top 5 partnership of Telstra, Austrian Telecoms. So 𝐏𝐚𝐤𝐚 is the first school to introduce a telecommunication course into the vet schools in Victoria. That's why we have very good reputation for this course, and Engineer Australia does not require our students to have the CDR before they can give them the skill assessment. The course currently is on 2 days, 2.5 days. Okay, so in the class in 𝐏𝐚𝐤𝐚, in the city, after graduation, you can choose to work in either of these job opportunities. But this one, honestly, if you work in IT, you may find that's different from IT. There is no programming. Majority of them is the planning. For network, it's not for IT. So don't mix it. They call it the Advanced Diploma of Information Technology. But previously, in the older training package, it's called Advanced Diploma of Telecommunication Network Engineering. In the new training package, they all put this one under the IT category. So they changed the name. But don't think it's the information technology. This one, a majority of the units are related to engineering, not related to IT. There's no programming. But it's because it's an advanced diploma, it's not a certificate 3 or 4, so there is no site work. You don't really need to go to the site to do some on-site jobs. You only need to do the plannings. So males and females, ladies, boys and girls, they both can study it. It's a pretty good course, to be honest. It's a pretty good course. If you are on the PR pathways and you want to stay in Australia forever, and this one is an ideal one. After graduation, okay, so if you want to go to the university to study Bachelor of IT, the majority of them, like Griffith University, can do about, I remember it's 1 year credit transfer. For Southern Cross, they can do 1.5 years credit transfer. So if you want to finish this one, get a pro-residency, and then study Bachelor of IT, then it's a good choice. For the entry requirements, I can give you some brief information about the entry requirements for all the qualifications in Australia, especially for the vet sector. Okay, so if you study certificate level, so certificate 3 and 4 for any course, you need to be year 10 graduates. You finish your year 10 and you are going to year 11, say, I don't want to study year 11. I only want to finish my year 10 and then go to the labor market to study some trade course. Then you can study Cert 3 and Cert 4. There are a lot of Cert 3 and Cert 4 courses you can study.
Sorry to interrupt you, Robert. I think for Fiji students, I think year 10 is equivalent to Form 6 or Form 7, I guess. So this is for those students who know other students who have just graduated in year 6 or year 7, they can actually join in.
Yeah. The different countries have a different name for the qualifications.
Yes. Correct. Yes. So that's why I wanted to make sure. Yeah.
For all the diploma and advanced diploma level and even bachelor's, okay, So you need to be high school graduates. In Australia, that's equivalent year 12. So you just need to finish, okay, I finished my high school already. Different countries have a different name for the qualification. Some
Yes,
of them may
yes.
call it senior high school, some of them call it a diploma. So
Yes.
just remember this, it's different from Australian qualification framework. For Australia, you need the year 12 and high school graduates. That's all. Roughly at that time, you are roughly about 18 years old. You have to remember. So you are 18 years old to 19 years old.
Yes, you're right. Yes.
Okay, for IELTS requirements, we normally don't require any of the Fiji students, and that's actually the practice from all the Australian schools. For students from Fiji, you do not need to provide the English test results before we give you the offer letter and issue the COE for you to come to Australia on a student visa. You only need to do the LLN test or the EPT test on the orientation day. That's all. So the visa applications enrollment procedures is much easier and friendly for the Fiji students. Let's move to the next one. Okay, childcare. We recently have a couple of students from Fiji. They enroll in the childcare. So this one, to be honest, they have a very high demand in Australia in the labor market. Because of the increasing of the migration peoples and also the newborn babies, the demand for the childcare worker is a lot more than before. So normally for this course, they come with the Cert 3 and the diploma package. So each course is 1 year. After 2 years, then you meet the 2-year study requirements, and you can find any of the employers they want to use you, and you can stay in Australia on the work visa. Or after 52 weeks, you can find a job in the kindergarten. Okay, to work directly as an educator. There are heaps of demand in the market. All these ones are delivered in 𝐏𝐚𝐤𝐚 city campus at the moment. It comes with about 440 hours on the placements. So this one is actually included in the 2-year training package. It will be arranged by the school to the kindergartens, have a connection with us for the placement. Normally, the placement happens after 6 months of the course, about 20 weeks. The entry requirement is the same as before. So English, no requirements. Only the Cert 3, you need to finish the year 10. And because Certificate 3 is the prerequisite course of the diploma, so you can't enroll into the diploma course without studying the Cert 3. Okay, so that's roughly about this one. There is nothing special for childcare course. Everything is very common. After diploma, you may work as the kindergarten director or manager or team leader, or do some paperwork jobs in the office. But for Cert 3, normally you work as an educator to work with the kids. Business course, leadership management, graduate diploma is a very common course. Okay, so if you want to just come here to study and you work and keep your study and work balanced, then business course, leadership management, that's your choice. Low tuition fees, 2 days class, finish the assignments, done deal. Entry requirements, everything is the same as a normal class. Okay, so but there is one thing they're gonna have to remember. Diploma is the prerequisite of advanced diploma. So you can't enroll into the advanced diploma directly. You have to finish, if you want to enroll into diploma of advanced diploma of business, at least you have to finish the diploma level on the BSB courses. So this one starts from BSB. So if you want to enroll in the advanced diploma of leadership management, you either need to require finish the diploma of business or diploma of leadership management. Then you can enroll into the advanced diploma of these courses. Okay, so there is another course in the bottom over here. It's a graduate diploma course. Okay, this one is actually a higher qualification than the bachelor. So this course is a bit special. It comes with higher entry requirements. Not only the IELTS 5.5, it requires IELTS 6. It's the same entry requirements as the bachelor. But for the AQF level Australian qualification framework, this one has higher AQF levels than the bachelor. It's a bit lower than master, but it be higher than bachelor. If you finish your bachelor degree before, you can enroll into these programs. But if you enroll in the Cert 3, Cert 4, a diploma or advanced diploma level, if you've already finished your bachelor's, we recommend you do this one first. You have to show immigration department that you are upgrading your qualifications in Australia instead of downgrading. See, that's all for the 𝐏𝐚𝐤𝐚 education group. Okay, so that's all the courses we have for that. The most popular ones is childcare and telecommunications. But for Fiji students, we have a couple of students they enroll in the childcare before. Do you have any questions for the 𝐏𝐚𝐤𝐚?
Any questions, guys? I think everyone has actually been listening very attentively to you.
All right.
Any questions?
Yeah, if you don't have any questions, I move forward to the Menzies.
Yeah, you can actually continue with this one.
Okay, Menzies is another school under the same group, and this one comes with a lot of popular courses. Automotive, dental health, aging support, community services, and nursing. That's have the highest demand courses in the market. It's in the same building as 𝐏𝐚𝐤𝐚. This one is in level 4, and 𝐏𝐚𝐤𝐚 is on the ground floor. Okay, so let's start from the automotive course. Menzies has this course for almost 16 years. Okay, so we have the most complete package in the market. We have the electrical, mechanical stream, and the diploma level. Electrical, we have both Cert 3 and Cert 4. And mechanical, we have both Cert 3 and Cert 4. And for diploma course, we have the automotive management and automotive technology. We have a couple of students from Fiji either enroll into automotive. We have 1 or 2 applications only recently from last week. Okay, so for students, we have different package options for the students. If the students are interested in the electrical stream,
yeah,
they finish Cert 3 and Cert 4, they can package with the diploma of automotive management. So that's totally 2.5 years. If you want to do the skill assessments, it meets the requirements. You can go to you go as an automotive electrician. For mechanical stream, you enroll in the Cert 3 and Cert 4, and then package with the diploma of automotive management or automotive technology. So you can make the total duration either 2 years or 2.5 years. It all depends on how long you want your visa to be. If you want a long visa, you package with the automotive management. If you want to shorter, then you go to technology. But for automotive electrical stream, you have no choice. You can only do the automotive management. Okay, that's all about these ones here. But because we have the Cert 3, Cert 4, Cert 3 and Cert 4 on both electrical and mechanical stream, we have a very special package for our students. is the 2-year full qualification package. That means if you don't want to study diploma level course, okay, so you can only study, I want a mechanic and electric, I want to work, I want to get a license. You only need to study Cert 3 on automotive electrical technology plus light vehicle mechanical technology, and then you go to Cert 4 on electrical technology plus the Cert 4 on automotive mechanical diagnosis. Because these courses have a lot of common units, we did a lot of internal credit transfer. That's why when you finish Cert 3 in 56 weeks, you only need another 6 weeks to finish the Cert 3 on light vehicle mechanical technology. You don't need to finish 56 weeks. Okay, for Cert 4, it takes you about 24 weeks to finish for the full duration, but it takes you only 13 weeks to finish the Cert 4 on automotive mechanical diagnosis. They still meet the 2-year study requirements, and then you can work as both the automotive mechanic and automotive electrician. If you want to do the skill assessment, you can do on both electrical or mechanical. So you got more choice. And when you go to the workshop to find a job, you can do more than the others. I'm personally an automotive electrician for trade. I'm fully qualified. I can tell you that if you want to work in the industry, to earn the benefits, to earn the money for the future, this one is the ideal choice. As low as you work in the workshop, $30, $35 an hour. Or when you are a mature mechanic and auto electrician, you work for yourself, work as a sole trader. You drive your car everywhere to fix the car for your customers, you get at least $70 an hour.
Oh, wow.
You can charge more than that based on the job difficulties. Some of them you do 3 jobs a day, maybe 3.5 hours or 5 hours, you earn more than the others work 8 hours a day. I'll give you a very simple example. If you do a car alarm system for a customer, you may charge about $300. It costs you only 3 hours to finish it. You install a parking sensor or camera for your clients, you may charge about $180. It takes you about an hour. So if you want to use this one as a future career, or use this one and use this one at the same time as a PR pathway, automotive is your ideal choice. It's not for everyone, but I can tell you that if you want to be part of the industry, then this one is an ideal choice. Lower cost, but lifelong benefits. The entry requirements is the same as the other course. Cert 3 and Cert 4, no difference. Okay, so we almost have a monthly intake for all these courses. Here is the workshop. You will study and work in here in the future. That's totally 300 square meters. It's in the North Melbourne. That's actually the biggest workshop you can see for a vet school in Australia. It's not that big as the government TAFE, but it's the biggest for the vet sectors. There is one special thing I have to let you know before you go, because this one, okay? So majority of the trade course, they have the placement hours included in the training, 2-year study. But for automotive, 360 hours traineeship placement is not a part of the training. Okay, it's separate. But you don't need to start your 360 hours after 2 years study. You can get this one initiated and started after about 2 or 3 months. You finish all your core units, like the safeties, code of ethics, about something like, the splitting oils, how to clean them. All these core units, when you finish, you can go to the workshops to find placement opportunities. Then you can start your logbook. Okay, so if you can't find your own workshops to do the placement, no problem. We have a couple of the workshops, they signed an MOU with our school. You can go to that, you can find the contact details from your trainer, and then you contact the workshop, say, I want to have an opportunity over here. Then you pass their interviews, they may use you as a part of they give you the opportunities. So roughly about these 360 hours, even it's not included in the 2-year training, it won't take you too long to finish it after 2 years. Maybe about 2 or 3 months, you can finish it. You may ask why 360 hours is not included. It's not fair, but I can tell you that you know how many cars, how many car makes in the market, right? You Mercedes, you Hyundai, Toyota, you electrical cars, hybrid cars. So every single car is different. So what we can offer in our own workshop is very limited. You can see only about 10, 15 vehicles over here. So in the class, in the morning, you learn the knowledge in the classroom, and after lunch, you will go to the workshops just outside the classroom to practice what you learn in the classroom. In the morning, you may just take out the engine, pull apart the engine, and then you put them back together. But the only problem is you don't know if the engine works or not after you put them back on. You take the wheel off your car and you put them back in. You don't know if the wheel will come off during driving. That's why we require the student, the government requires the student to finish extra 360 hours after your study, instead of this one is included. Later on, we talk about commercial cookeries. That's totally different. Okay, so for commercial cookery, it's included. I tell you the story why. These are the training facilities we have for the automotive course. You see that the hybrid car structures, all these ones are over here. You can't find any of these ones from the other schools. Menzies is the only one that has all these. Even the government TEF, they don't have that. They all imported from Korea. So that's all students, that's the old workshop, quite small one before we moved the new ones like in this. Okay, so the next course is a bit of popular ones, but not that much demand from the international student because this one is not eligible for PR. But if you want to come here or going back to your home country after graduation, that's a good one. Okay, or you go to other countries if you want, or go to your own home countries. Good course. Dental assist, dental technology. They are totally different courses. Surgery, dental assisting. After you finish 36 weeks, you go to the dental clinic. Then you will be the one standing next to the dentist, handling the tools, taking the notes, blah, blah. That's your job. It's a very clean job. It's an ideal working environment. It's much, much better and totally different from agent support or individual support, healthcare worker. But your earnings, at least about $27, $20 an hour. And you normally work in the normal working hours. It's not like the agent support worker. Okay. So it's a high demand in Australia, and our trainer accepts calls from the dental clinic every single day asking for the students. And some of the dental clinic, they already informed us For good students, they are more than happy to pay during the placement. Dental technology is the one that they normally work in the labs to make fake teeth, to repair the teeth. Okay. All these qualifications are worldwide accepted. So when you finish qualification in Menzies, it will be accepted Australia-wide and worldwide. You go to America, you go to Canada, you go to New Zealand, you go to any other countries, the qualification is accepted. For dental technology, there is a PR pathway. Okay, it's eligible for the 190 in New South Wales and South Australia. If you are interested in enroll in this course and you want to get a PR pathway and a better job, then there is one opportunity over here. But it needs about 2 or 3 years working experience. So that's the only requirements for the skill assessment. And then after you finish these ones, if it's still in the 190 list, then you can apply for it directly from New South Wales government. Surgery and diploma are totally separate course. You don't need to enroll into both. Okay, so if you want to enroll in surgery, it's fine. If you want to enroll in diploma, that's okay. The course is still 2 days, so you only the surgery is about Monday and Tuesday. Dental technology is about Wednesday and Thursday. It's the same building as Menzies. That's our trainer, still the current trainer. That's the training facilities. So that's what we have. Is exactly you see from the dental clinic. Okay, so we have a lot more seats and these ones in the campus. So these one and the bottom ones are for dental technology. They make teeth, repair the teeth. I got a couple of people coming to visit us to check the campus. They said this one is really up to the standards and even higher qualification, the higher level than the government have. All right, another one. Many of them you and may be interested in that aging support and community services and nursing. And so for nursing, it is a special one. We talk about the aging support and community services. The course currently is 36 weeks. And for the Menzies, this one has the most advantage is the shorter duration. So after 36 weeks, you can go to the labor industry directly. Go to either a labor agreement with some of nursing home or on the other work visas. For diploma community services, they still have the PR pathways. Okay, so normally we recommend students to do the Reservoir plus the diploma of community services. So when you finish it 36 weeks, you can go to the nursing home directly to find a job. This job is roughly about $30 an hour. That's just the base salary. And some of them, they may pay a bit lower ones, about 27, 28. But the majority of them, I believe they go up to over $30 an hour. For this one, because there is no normal working hours, so you always get additional extra parts on top of the base salary. So during the weekend, Saturday, you get 1.5 times, and on Sunday, some states they have about double times. You got about $60 an hour, and some of them they get about 1.5. Okay, so you're gonna ask Robert, how do you know that? My wife is a resident of Australia. So I can tell you that this one has a high demand. We recently got the whole full class done. So a lot of students are coming for the aging support course.
Yeah.
because of the recent, the labor agreements for the alternate government with the agent support, the facilities. So after they finish 36 weeks, they can go to a nursing home with the labor agreements with the government for a work visa, and after 2 years, then they are eligible for the permanent residency straight away and with very low English requirements. All right, if you want to go through the normal PR pathway, you can go through the Diploma of Community Services. This one.
I'm sorry, I'm just interrupting
Yeah.
you, but I wanted to give this good news to everyone actually that we are coming to Fiji in September, on the 8th of September to Nadi and 9th of September in Suva. So probably Robert will also be there. So if you have any questions with regards to any of the courses that he is presenting right now, and which he will be continuing to present, you can always come up to us. We will have special deals for you available on those particular dates. So you can call your friends and anyone who wants to join in to come face to face and meet us. All right. Again, 8th of September in Nadi and 9th of September in Suva. We will share the event locations and the additional details with you soon. Okay. Robert, sorry but I felt
Yeah,
share this
and
right now.
for the Diploma of Community Services, okay, so if you finish the 4 on aging support, I don't want to go to the labor agreements. This one's for the permanent residency. I don't want to work instantly. I want to just finish my Diploma of Community Services. You can go through it. Okay, so community services after graduation, you'll be a community worker. Community worker, there is a PR pathway as well. But there is a special requirements is on the either IELTS 7 or you finish 2 years work, you can waive English requirements. Then you can finish your skill assessments and go to the PR pathways. That's about these 2 little ones, but the next is the Diploma of Nursing. Okay, that's actually a very, very good course. And we have a lot of applications and we filled the entire year in 3.5 months. So, but this course, of course, it's a good course, has a higher entry requirements as on the IELTS 7. So you're gonna assume that has to meet the entry requirements for English before we can give you the full offer letter and accept you as a formal student. We don't accept any kind of any course or the other. We can't waive any of the English requirements for this one. Okay, so this is a special thing. But for Diploma of Nursing after graduation, you will be an enrolled nurse. You can get a PR pathway straight away from the regional governments. You can't get any of the PR pathways through the metropolitan area, but from the regional employment sponsorship or the regional government sponsorship, you can get the PR pathway straight away. We have a lot of students, they finish the course, go to a regional area, they get a sponsorship straight away. Very easy one. And compared to the Bachelor of Nursing, this one has the advantages of shorter durations. It's only 2 years instead of 3 years. And you can easily find a full-time job instead of part-time one. Your payment is a little bit lower than resident nurse, but it's still very, very good pay because enrolled nurse, they normally do about 80 to 85% of the jobs of a resident nurse. And based on the current situation in Australia, all the employers, nursing homes, hospitals, private or public, they try to reduce the cost. They have very limited budgets on all these professional peoples. So they prefer to use 1 resident nurse plus 1 or 2 enrolled nurse instead of previously only use residents. So that's why the enrolled nurse, they got a lot of full-time job opportunities, but resident nurse, not that much. Okay, so for this one, it's very easy PR pathway, but the only one is they are not eligible for 485, the PSW visa, postgraduate work. And another one is has a very high entry requirements. It's the IELTS 7 or PT65 or OETB. So, but we can accept 2 times combined. All right. That's the training facilities we have in the campus. That's exactly the same as you see in the nursing homes and hospitals. That's exactly the same. So that's one of our students from Indonesia, from Philippines. All right. Is there any questions for Menzies?
Any questions, everyone? Or anyone?
All right. If no, let's move forward.
Yes.
I try to finish as soon as possible because the other schools doesn't have a lot of courses to talk. Okay.
Sure.
Pakenham is in the regional area. The only special course they have is the commercial cookery and the hospitality. This course has a very high demand, and especially when Pakenham is in the regional area. So the student after graduation, they can claim extra 5 points for the regional study and living. Okay, so the special one and the different one for the commercial cookery course of Pakenham with the other institutes has a similar course is, see, Cert 3 is 66 weeks. All right, and Cert 4 is only 26 weeks. So altogether is 92 weeks. Let's meet exactly the 2-year study requirements from the Australian government. You don't need to finish your diploma if you don't want to, because when you finish Cert 3 and Cert 4, you already meet the 2-year study requirements. And Cert 4 is the only certificate level that is required for skill assessment. And that means it gives you shorter duration, lower cost to get your PR pathway done directly. That's very straightforward. Okay, and also, as I talked before, so there is an extra 360 hours for the placement, same as automotive, but the difference is these 360 hours is a part of the training. So you study in the 1 day in the classroom for the knowledge trainings and 1 day on Saturday or Friday in the kitchen to do the placements. People may find I'm not interested in the commercial cookery. I'm interested in automotive, but why this one is included? I want to take the benefits. I can tell you that, you know, when you cook the food, only you can see that's disgusting. It's not tasty. I don't like to eat it, but it won't kill you. For the safety purposes, it's inclusive. You may make the food, the others make it very delicious and pretty, beautiful. Everybody like to eat. There is no safety issues. But for automotive industry, if the wheels is not put on and fastened properly, then your clients driving on the road, the wheels may come off. They may cause the safety issues. That's why they want you to work 360 hours in the open to public workshop. You can work on clients' cars. When you put everything in, you get a mentor next to you. They can check everything to ensure that the vehicle is safe enough to be running on the road. And because there are so many different makes, so many different types and models, every single car is different. So you have to touch the real cars as many as possible to be a qualified and licensed automotive electrician or mechanic. Then after 360 hours, you need to finish 1,725 hours in the workshop as a paid work to be job ready. When you finish all these hours, you almost touched nearly 80%, 90% of the vehicles in the market. Then you can work directly in the workshop. That's the difference. Okay. So for commercial cookery, we can only say food is not tasty. I don't like to eat. Unless you put poison in it, toxics in it, you can kill the people. Otherwise, I can only say that I come to you once, I won't come to you a second time, but it won't cause any of the safety issues. And safety is the biggest concern of Australia. Healthcare industry, childcare industry, automotive industry, building constructions, all these ones related to safety issues is highly regulated by Australian government. Okay, so when you study all these courses, you're gonna have to think that why the school asks you to come to the school every single class. Because they have to teach you all these ones, then get you fully qualified and equipped with the knowledges before we allow you to graduate and go to the labor market. And also after graduation, you study the trade course, normally you use your qualifications to work. So if you want to work as a qualified worker and earn as much as you want, you have to be fully qualified and do a beautiful job. Instead of, you come here and standing over there, unless you are the business owner, you can do that. But if you work as a labor and as a worker, you have to be fully skilled. So for this one, okay, you can see SURF 3 is 966 and SURF 4 is 26, and there is another 92 weeks in the last. How it comes 92 weeks? Okay, SURF 3 is not a prerequisite of SURF 4, so you can take SURF 4 separately or independently. But the thing is, SURF 4 is not 26 weeks. If you take the SURF 4 only, it will be 92 weeks. It's the total duration of SURF 3 plus SURF 4. But if you take them separate, after 66 weeks, when you finish your SURF 3, then you can go to the restaurant to find a job because you are fully qualified. You cook. When you finish SURF 4, you will be a chef. So some other schools, okay, so they have the SURF 3 about 52 weeks or 56 weeks, and plus SURF 4, 26 weeks. It's less than 92 weeks. So they don't meet the 2-year study requirement. Then you have to study diploma of hospitality management. That's another 26 weeks. If you put all the duration together, that's actually about another 16 weeks. So you pay extra tuition fees, and also you have a longer duration of the course. Then all your friends maybe already go through the school assessments, you are still studying. That's why that's the exact advantage of the commercial cookery for Pakenham. Currently, the course delivery arrangement is 1 day for the knowledge training in Pakenham and another day for the kitchen placement. The kitchen placement is in the Melbourne CBD. So you enroll in this course, you take the benefits of the regional study, but not exactly 2 days are in the regional area. Okay. Then that's the kitchen we are currently putting our students in for the placement. All the other course, business leadership management and graduate diploma, is exactly the same. The duration and also the entry requirements are the same as 𝐏𝐤𝐿. No, makes no difference. The only difference is the tuition fee is a little bit cheaper because it's a regional area. Same university pathways. Okay, it's the 𝐏𝐤𝐿 ones. All right, that's the commercial cookery. Then the next one is all the courses related to building and construction industry. Carpentry, wall and floor tiling, painting and decoration, building and construction. That's a diploma level. Carpentry, all these courses, as you can see from the table here, it's all 2 years. You only need to enroll in one course, then it meets the 2-year study requirements. And it's good for the skill assessment as well. But why we don't do the 1 year of CEL3 and 1 year CEL4 as the other schools is because we did a lot of research before we make this duration for the course. It's because when you go to the skill assessment authority to do the skill assessments, some of the case officers, they think 1 year for one qualification won't be enough for the student to be fully qualified worker. They want the student to finish one course in 2 years, so they ensure that these students are equipped with the full knowledges of the entire thing. So that's why from the very beginning, we apply for the course to the education department, then we run 4 weeks. Just ensure that all our students can get the skill assessment done properly after graduation. So the most popular one currently is the carpentry and the building construction. So carpentry is the CEL3, it's good for the skill assessment, but for building construction, this one, to be honest, I'm not exactly sure if it's good for skill assessment or not, but I do believe for diploma level, it's not eligible. It's good if you want to be a builder later on, that's the qualification you need to finish. Okay, but for skill assessment purposes, I would say carpentry is the ideal choice, and you get a lot of work opportunities after graduation, even during your study. So that's the workshop. Okay, so they are currently relocating from one place to another, so it's still on the way. That's the existing one. Business course, there is nothing to talk. It's the same as the others. So that's our current trainers for automotive, dental. That's our previous graduates. All right. And that's some comparison tables we need to know. So that's the AQF level that we are talking about before. That's the tuition fees over here. Okay, so if you want to get any of the tuition fees, you can talk to Asia Pacific. They may offer different offers to you. Okay, so that's only for reference at this stage.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Robert. You
See
gave
if
us
you
a
have
lot of
any
insight.
questions.
All right, so I think we received quite a few number of responses in our chat box, and I'm sure to get back to you one by one after our session today. But
Yeah.
the most important thing is that I would want to meet all of you with your friends or whoever you know who are interested to come over here to Australia to meet us face to face and the colleges that we are representing in Fiji on the 8th of September in Nadi and 9th of September in Suva. We are going to be sharing the details of the location, timings, etc. with you soon. So yes, if you have anyone, please do come and visit us. We are waiting to meet you all. And yes, with regards to the 𝐏𝐿𝐶𝐻𝐿 education group, we're going to be, if you have any questions or interested in any of the courses, please do reach out to me. I wanted to tell you that we do offer good scholarships, etc. Also, if you are applying for your student visa from there, we are not charging you anything at all, right? So this is just something that I wanted to let you all know. And yes, have a good evening. And it's Saturday. It's probably party time for everyone. So take care and thank you so much for joining in. Thank you, Robert, for your time, especially.
Thank you.